One of the downsides of being a professional athlete is to be booed, heckled, and despised by millions of fans around the world. In many ways, people are right when they say if you're so hated, you're doing something right. That case will often pertain to professional athletes. For example, why are the best athletes despised more than they are loved in most circumstances? People wish that they were that athlete, or they wish that athlete was on their team. But some athletes are just good-spirited people with great intentions, and for whatever reason, they get plenty of hatred sent their way when it's not justified. I'm Justin Fraction, and here are 10 athletes who get so much undeserved hate. Number 10, Bryce Harper. Really, unless you cheer for the Washington Nationals, odds are you hate Bryce Harper. In 2015, ESPN magazine displayed a poll where they asked MLB players to name the most overrated player. Harper was the unlucky winner by 41%, and that's big. Harper sometimes comes off as a douchebag, but he's actually a good guy overall. He's a devout Christian, doesn't trash talk his opponents, and doesn't deliver cheap shots. He's a once-in-a-generation ball player who has done so much to rebrand and regrow the sport. Show some damn respect, people. Number 9, Ronda Rousey. Rousey has it all. She's good-looking, tough, menacing, and confident. Isn't that what a guy wants in a girl? Or at least the good-looking and confident parts. She has given women's sports, especially MMA fighting, a huge name. Up until her loss to Holly Holm, she was the unstoppable force of sports. She hates Justin Bieber, like most other people on this planet, for being a jerk to her sister, and she's called out that big-mouthed Floyd Mayweather plenty of times to put him in his place. Stop thinking of her as a bad girl. You both have common enemies. Number 8, Odell Beckham Jr. Beckham's another classic case of you only hate him because he's good. He worked his way to get to the NFL and is now one of the most exciting and dynamic receivers in the game. Antonio Brown and Julio Jones aren't going to play forever. So, who you gonna call when it comes to elite receivers? Go, Beckham! Beckham hasn't done the douchey things like, say, beating up their own mother like Des Bryant. Beckham and Josh Norman have gotten into scuffles, but Beckham's doing nothing more than winning your fantasy leagues and making the sport that much more exciting. Number 7, PK Subban. Alright folks, I know most of you are sick and tired of the racism debates in sports, but Subban is black and has been the center of many personal attacks. Many Boston Bruins fans went crazy on Twitter with racial slurs after he scored a game winner in the 2014 playoffs against them. Subban cited as a baby, whiner, and embarrassment to hockey with his silly antics. Would it be the same if he were white? Well, bite this. He donated $10 million to the Montreal Children's Hospital. No other athlete and a few billionaires in the world ever seem to donate that much for a good cause. Number 6, Richard Sherman. People hate Sherman for his ego. His rant on Michael Crabtree after the 2013 NFC Championship crossed the line. But unlike most loudmouth athletes, Sherman always backs up the trash talk. His story is an inspiration. He was born in Compton, a city with a very high crime rate, but he managed to stay out of trouble, went to Stanford, and posted an incredible GPA. From there, he was drafted to the Seattle Seahawks in the 5th round of the 2011 draft, became an elite shutdown corner, and won a Super Bowl. But you just have to despise him, don't you? Number 5, Wayne Rooney. People seem to despise Wayne Rooney when he's really just a great soccer player. Perhaps his history with prostitutes despite being married with children has bothered some. The Manchester United star has been an icon to the club and for England's national football squad. Rooney even has his own foundation to work with and help children. He's not the biggest crybaby or jerk on the field. He's not one to sleep with a teammate's wife, John Terry. Rooney is a lot classier than folks give him credit for. Maybe being the star on such a successful soccer team warrants easy hatred. Number 4, Cam Newton. The top pick from the 2011 NFL Draft became despised in 2015 for his habit of dabbing during his MVP season. Newton also drew more scrutiny for leaving a press conference after his team lost Super Bowl 50. Classy? Not really. But what about guys like Bill Belichick who don't even attend conferences when their team loses? Newton is one of the league's most dominant quarterbacks right now. Why does he get hated for celebrating touchdowns when guys like Tom Brady and Phillip Rivers get off easily for screaming at refs nonstop? Number 3, Cristiano Ronaldo. In some ways, we understand that people hate Ronaldo because he can be a diver and a crybaby. But he summed it up best with this quote, "I'm booed because I'm rich, handsome, and brilliant." Ronaldo was right in regards to all three. He's arguably the best soccer player of his generation. Maybe building his own museum was douchey, but this guy overcame poverty and racing hard as a child to become the man he is today. In 2015, Ronaldo was named the most charitable athlete in the world by DoSomething.org, beating out WWE superstar John Cena for the award. Do you still hate him now that we told you this? Number 2, Tony Romo. People hate Romo for countless reasons, namely he's the pretty boy quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, arguably America's most hated sports team. We understand that. But come on, Romo has no criminal history. He's never cheated. He's not whiny. He's not a selfish jerk. And he's not really all that bad. Romo has been a very good quarterback on a mediocre team and has done nothing to make people despise him. We'd love to hear why you hate him in the comment section. And number 1, LeBron James. Raised by a single 16-year-old mother and being incredibly poor as a child made life incredibly hard for James. All he's done is become a top 5 NBA player of all time. 3 NBA championships and 4 MVPs have made him a legend. People hate him for winning, but he spent millions on charity, including a $41 million donation to help send 1,100 kids to college. LeBron is a great player and someone you should admire. But fans hate him for being so good, even though his story is one of the most inspirational in sports history. Which athlete do you think gets the most undeserved hate? Join us in the comments below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.